Hello, dear students. Good morning to all of you. Last time we have studied the rectifiers, part 1, in which we have gone what is rectifier, what are the parameters of the rectifier, and what is half-wave rectifier. I am here, Lalit Kumar P. Bhaiya, Associate Professor, Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering Department, Bharati College of Engineering and Technology, Durg. Dear students, today we will learn about the rectifiers part 2. What we have learned in previous video that I will show, and we will continue for the next one. We have already covered this rectifiers, rectifier characteristics, types of rectifier, etc. This is already we have seen. These are the parameter characteristics of the rectifiers: voltage regulation, rectifier efficiency, ripple factor, peak inverse voltage, transformer utilization factor. And out of this we have seen half-wave rectifier. This is already we have gone through the circuit of the half-wave rectifier and operation of the half-wave rectifier and the waveforms of the half-wave rectifier. This is the waveforms of the input and output waveforms of the half-wave rectifier, and the average value of the output voltage, that is DC output voltage and DC output current, that we have seen, Vm by pi and Im by pi. That we have seen. And then characteristics of the rectifier: voltage regulation, efficiency, peak inverse voltage, ripple factor, and TUF, transformer utilization factor. That is also seen and calculated. Disadvantage of the half-wave rectifier and efficiency, theoretical efficiency of the half-wave rectifier, that is 40.6%, and the ripple factor is 1.21. These are the disadvantages, and what are the expected questions that we have seen. Now we will go through the full wave rectifier. Let us see. Full wave rectification converts both polarities of the input waveform to DC, direct current, and it is more efficient. A full wave rectifier converts the whole of the input waveform to one of constant polarity, either positive or negative, as its output is reversing the negative or positive portion of the alternating current waveform. The positive or negative portion of thus combine with the reverse negative or positive portion to produce an entirely positive or negative voltage current waveform. What does it mean? If you apply the full wave rectifier, if you apply the full wave input, sinusoidal input, in which positive and negative half cycles are there, then it will be converted either only in positive half cycles or it is only in negative half cycles. That is the full wave rectifier. So full wave rectifier also produces the pulsating DC because no filters are used. Here basically there are two types of full wave rectifiers. One is called as a center tap and another is the bridge type rectifier. For single phase AC, if the transformer is center tap, then two diodes back to back, that is anode to anode and or cathode to cathode, form a full wave rectifier. In this case the voltage is half of that for the non-tapped bridge circuit above, and the diagram or voltage voltages are not to the scale. You can see this is the circuit diagram for the full wave rectifier. This is the input and this is the center tap transformer. Here secondary of the transformer is center tapped, and this is diode D1 and this diode D2. You will get in positive half cycle, you will get the positive output, In negative half cycle, you will get again the positive output. Both the diode will conduct in forward bias. What will happen when you apply this full cycle? You will get the positive half here at the same time. When you apply the positive half cycle here to the transformer, you will get the positive here and you will get the negative here. So when it is positive here, this diode will conduct and current will flow through like this. This current will flow through positive, this will be forward bias, and current will flow like this, and you will get the output. So this output you will get here. In negative half cycle, this will be negative and this will be positive. It is 180 degree out of phase both. So in negative half cycle, this will be negative and this will be positive. So this diode D2 will be conduct and current will flow like this. Again you will get the positive output. So in first half cycle, diode D1 will conduct, and in negative half cycle, diode D2 will conduct. So in complete cycle, you will get the same output in the same direction. So this is a full wave rectifier. This is called as full wave rectified output. Since again it is pulsating output, therefore it is not a pure DC. You can see this is the conduction diagram for the full wave rectifier. Center tap diode D1 and D2 are shown here, and this is the load resistance connected. So this will be the conduction, and for this diode this will be the conduction like this. So this type of connection, and you will get the full wave rectified output here. The ripple factor. Ripple factor for a full wave rectifier is given by this R is equal to RR gamma, you can say, in square root Vrms upon Vdc whole square minus 1. This is the formula for calculating the ripple factor. Then RMS value can be calculated at Vrms is equal to 1 upon pi integration 0 to pi Vm square sin square omega t d omega t, and this is all in square root. It comes to be a Vm by root 2. So Vrms is equal to Vm by root 2. Hence put this value in ripple factor formula Vrms upon this Vdc. So you will get here 0.482. So ripple factor is 0.482. Now you can compare with the half wave rectifier. In half wave rectifier, ripple factor is 1.21, while in case of the full wave rectifier it is 0.482. So ripple factor is reduces in case of the full wave rectifier. This is very advantageous. Efficiency. Efficiency is the ratio of the DC output power to the AC input power. So this is PDC upon PAC. You can put the DC output power formula, that is VDC square by RL, and AC input power is Vrms square by RL. You can put this formula twice Vm by pi whole square upon Vm by root 2 whole square. You will get it is 8 by pi square, and this value is 0.812. That means efficiency is 81.2%. In half wave rectifier, this efficiency is 40.6%, while in case of this central tap full wave rectifier, this efficiency 81.2%. That means it is more efficient to produce the DC output power. Hence, this rectifier is very beneficiary. Then transformer utilization factor. The transformer utilization factor for the full wave rectifier is calculated as 0.693. In case of the half wave rectifier, it is 0.28. That means the transformer is also utilized very high in case of the full wave rectifier. TUF can be used to determine the rating of transformer secondary. It is determined by considering the primary and secondary winding separately, and it gives a value of 0.693. While calculating this TUF, we have to consider the primary winding separately and secondary winding separately. Calculate the TUF and you will get the TUF value. Then form factor. Form factor is defined as the ratio of the RMS value of the output voltage to the average value of the output voltage. V out RMS upon V out DC. This is called as form factor. This is the ratio of form factor. You can put here the RMS value is Vm by root 2 and the average value is twice Vm by pi. So form factor comes to be 1.11 in case of the full wave rectifier. Then average value of output voltage and current in full wave rectifier. This IDC comes to be Im by root 2 in case of full wave rectifier, and VDC comes to be this Vm by root 2. VDC comes to be Vm by root 2. And here you can calculate this value of VDC is equal to 1 upon pi integration 0 to pi Vm sin omega t dt d omega t. Applications of the full wave rectifier. The primary application of rectifiers is to derive DC power from the AC supply. Rectifiers also find a use in detection of amplitude modulated radio signals. Rectifiers are also used to supply polarized voltage for welding, and mostly these full wave rectifiers are used. Expected question on this full wave rectifier: with neat sketch, explain the working of full wave center tap rectifier and derive an expression of the full wave rectifier. What are the advantages of full wave rectifier over half wave rectifier? That is to be explained. So this is about the center tap full wave rectifier. Now next one is the full wave bridge rectifier. In full wave bridge rectifier, you can see this bridge is shown here. 4 diodes are used in the full wave rectifier. These are the 2 diodes and these are the 2 diodes. This is the secondary. Here no center tap transformer is used. Only ordinary transformer with 2 outlets or 2 terminals at the secondary are used. This terminal is connected to diode and this terminal is connected to this diode. So both the coming terminals are connected to positive of the diode, while direction of the positive one diode 1 and diode 2 is like this, opposite, and 2 diodes again connected opposite. So its negative is this side and its negative is this side. So this is the connection of the bridge connection of the diode. That's why it is called as a bridge rectifier. Later on we will see the current flowing through this bridge. There are 4 diodes here. This is the output waveform, full wave output, similar to the full wave center tap transformer. You can see this is the working operation of the full wave rectifier. Here what's the circuit looks like the to the signal as it alternates. So when positive half cycle is applied, the current will be flowing through this diode and this resistance and through this diode, and this is the negative. And when negative half cycle is going, then current is flowing through this diode. This will be positive through this diode, then the resistance over here and through this diode to the negative. So these are the 2 diagrams showing the current flowing in positive half cycle. When positive half cycle goes, 2 diodes will be conducting, and when negative half cycle goes, these 2 diodes will be conducting. So bridge will be like this. This is the connection of the bridge, 2 diodes and these 2 diodes. So this is the flow diagram of the current in positive and negative half cycle, and you will get the direction of the current flow will be from this to this, from this to this through this load resistance. Load resistance is connected over here. So in positive half cycle, this diode will be conducting through this load resistance like this to the negative, and in negative half cycle this terminal will be negative, this terminal will be positive. So current will be flowing through this like this to the negative, and hence the direction of the output will be same in both cases. For both positive and negative swings of the transformer, there is a forward path through the diode bridge. Both conduction paths cause current to flow in the same direction through the load resistor, accomplishing full wave rectification. You can see this is the current flowing. This is the bridge which is shown here. This is the diode D1. This is the diode D2. This is the diode D3 and this is the diode D4. When positive half cycle is there, the current will be flowing as shown the dotted one. This diode will be conducting and this is the load resistance connecting between these two. So current will be flowing through this and this diode and current will be to the negative. When negative half cycle, then negative will be here and positive will be here. Right? Then the current will be flowing like this diode, and then through this load resistance, this diode, and then like this. So in this is the diagram. This is the diagram shown for diode conducting this and this. You will get this output. But in second case, you can observe here in second case, this is negative and this is positive. When this negative half cycle is applied, this will be negative and this will be positive. So diode will be conducting this one through this load resistance, through this diode and towards negative. And again you will get the output this side. So these two diagrams are shown for flow of the conduction in this. This is particularly bridge as shown this one. Last slide we have seen the bridge also. So this bridge gives the full wave in positive half cycle and negative. This is the input waveform shown here. This is the voltage here and this is the time. And this is the AC waveform output. That is ripple one. This is positive half cycle. This is in case of negative half cycle. Again, this is in case of positive half cycle. This is in case of negative half cycle. So you will get this value. And average of this waveform will be the DC. And here applications. The primary applications of rectifiers is to derive the DC power from the AC supply. Rectifiers also find a use in detection of amplitude modulated radio signals. Rectifiers are also used to supply the polarized voltage for welding purpose. So this is all about the rectifiers. You can go through the details of the rectifier, certain derivations of the rectifier through the notes I have provided and the books which are given to you, details of the rectifiers. So the expected question which we have already seen about the rectifiers. Next time we will go the topic that is filters. After the rectifier we will use the filters. What happens? This waveform which you are getting here, this waveform, this is the some AC in nature. That means ripples are connected here and efficiency of this is 82.6%. That means efficiency, this rectifier is more efficient, but again this provides a certain ripples, but the average value of this is good as compared to the half wave rectifier. The ripple factor in case of half wave rectifier is 1.21, where this is a very less 0.482. So this value is very less, ripple factor is less, and hence full wave rectifiers are most suitable. Now to remove these ripples, these AC components, we want to make it towards pure DC. So we have to remove these AC components. So for removing the AC components, we need to use the filters after this rectifier. What will happen? After this rectifier, we will use the filter. So in next video, we will go through the different types of filters like capacitor filter, inductor filter, then LC filter, then CLC filter. These are the various filters. We don't need to go in details of the filter, but certain filters we must know because it will be used in various instruments in power supply section. So we will go through the filters, right? Then this is enough for today. Please go through the details of this and kindly answer the questions of expected questions. Thank you very much. Thank you, my dear students, my dear friends. Next time we will deal with the filters. Thank you very much.